What is going on, guys? Panther here, and we are bringing you Week 7 of the BBL League against Splurge and the Bracknell Beedrills. So yeah, this was a really exciting match. Almost got the opportunity to live com this one, but ended up not being able to in the end. But yeah, the man Splurge here has a lot of really scary threats on his team. That Giratina and Solgaleo are his two biggest ones in particular. He also had a Scolipede, which really just ran through my team, so I was really surprised to not see that one. He opted to bring the Comfy, which is just fine. Prevents my Kyurem Black from dragon spamming. He has the Rotom Frost, which is something I was not quite expecting, but it serves the purpose for a Torrent T-check. Then he has Mega Gyarados, which really does pressure my offensive team quite a bit. And then finally he has the little Corsola here. So was surprised to see Corsola come. Really expected like the Scolipede there in that slot, but we're not complaining. We may have over prepped a little bit for the Scolipede, but is what it is. So for me, I have a pretty bulky Kyurem Black here. A lot of speed. I forget what I prepped. It's been a while since I prepped for this game, but yeah, have a pretty bulky Kyurem Black. It can take on things like the Mega Gyarados. Can switch in and take hits from it. I can take hits from the Scolipede as well. So that was one of my primary responses to that. I have Twisted Spoon's Substitute Mewtwo. I have sub for the Scolipede, so on the potential protect, I can just sub up. And if it comes down to that, typically I'd probably run Recover in that slot, but I really thought that Substitute would give me more here, just because of that Scolipede. So sub, Focus Blast, Psy Strike, and the Flamethrower, and I am Twisted Spoon as well. So it's going to be, my Psy Strike's going to be hitting really hard. I have a Shuka Empoleon again, just kind of as an emergency answer to the Scolipede, potentially at like +2. I can do like half with Scald. To it, I have Buggy MZ, Quiver Dance, Rabombi. This is a really good win con here. It really does go in against Splurge's team. And if I can wear down that Solgaleo just a little bit, the Rabombi should be able to go in with the Z move if I can get some chip on it. Then we have Scarf Crook. I want an emergency answer to the Mega Gyarados in case it got out of hand, and then naturally just outspeed the Solgaleo as well and potentially Pursuit Trap it. I did think he was going to bring like a bulkier set, a Spadef set with like a Morning Sun. So if I could get this thing in there and Pursuit Trap that thing, that would be great to eliminate it, to really let my Mewtwo, my Kyurem Black, and my Rabombi shine here. And then I just have a bulky AV Torrent T just to kind of sponge hits from the Comfy, from the Giratina. Can come in on a lot of different things. I forget the other mons on his team off the top of my head, so forgive me, but it's just to pivot around and get in my big threats like my Kyurem, my Rabombi, my Crook, and my Mewtwo. So yeah, that's the team. Let's go ahead and jump into things here. I really felt like he was going to lead off potentially with like the Corsola to get up its rocks, or just with the Rotom. The Rotom really kind of matched up well against me, if you can't tell, so I wanted to prevent that thing from leading off and just getting a free Volt Switch. I can definitely threaten it with Terravolt Earth Power, but he leads off with the Giratina. I'm definitely not invested enough to be able to kill this thing with Ice, any type of Ice attack. I don't have Dragon Stab. I have Earth Power, Roost, Fusion Bolt, and Ice Beam. So we switch out first here. So that tells us this is probably a bulkier spread. But I go into Rabombi because he wasn't going to Shadow Ball or anything else there in that position. So he goes out into this. If he's Volt Switch, then he's going to stay and just Volt Switch out. I'll have my Substitute up, and I can potentially Quiver Dance or Bug Buzz into Buggy MZ on the Solgaleo. So yeah, he goes for the Blizzard there, turn 1, and yeah. He's gonna keep clicking Blizzard here as I start sub Quiver Dancing. I really wish I had Roost here, but like I said, I have Substitute on this for the Scolipede on the Protect, just being able to sub up on it. So is what it is there. But yeah, so he's clicked Blizzard twice, which makes me think that this thing was Specs, and I can just really set up on this thing. So I'm just gonna keep clicking it here. And really really what I should have done is I just should have kept stalling him out here. I still had another 2 subs in me, but obviously the comfy draining kiss, I didn't want to put myself in position to where I could you know, not have enough health to take on that thing. So I'm just going to go ahead and knock this thing out. I want to learn, like I said, the Solgaleo. I'm +2/+2 now, so Buggy him should kill it, barring some type of like super Spadev set. I forget the calc off the top of my head, so let's see what he goes out into here while I pull up my Rabombi. So let's see, I was +2. He was Solgaleo. Let's see. I'm going to pop off the Z move here. So yeah, if he was like max Spadef, I was going to do about 90% to him. But he turns out to be AV here, so he's going to pick up the kill on me and get a little boosted with that flame charge there too. So I did not want to go out in a crook and let him take unnecessary damage here. So Torn can take any hit from this thing and just pivot out. I did not also want to go out into my Empoleon either to let that Gyarados come in for free. So that's really what I was trying to avoid there on that turn. So Rabombi's done his job. It's broken the Solgaleo for my Mewtwo and for my Kyurem Black. Kyurem Black's looking very, very good here at this point. So I'm going to go out into it because that's going to prevent him from going out into the Mega Gyarados. And, you know, I'm not too worried about Comfy or anything like that. I have an Empoleon. Really, the only set I'd potentially be worried about is like a sub-Calm Mind set. But even then, Mewtwo's going to eat hits from this thing and just respond with Twisted Spoon Side Strikes and do a lot of damage back. So he's going to go ahead and set up here. I have no reason not to Toxic. If he wants to sub, he's going to sub. If he's Aromatherapy, it's going to force him to Aromatherapy. And then, of course, if he wants to switch out into Giratina or into this thing, potentially I'm going to get off a Toxic on it. And I've seen him run Sub-Dragon Dance, so if he was that set, I don't actually ever see the sub here in this game, if he does potentially have it. But, you know, we've got the Toxic on it before he tries to sub up or anything, if he does. So he's going to go ahead and switch out here. I guess he's going to go out into the Comfy to try to get a Aromatherapy off. I make the switch out into my Kyurem because Kyurem's really there to check the Gyarados. I'm going to eat up any hit from this thing, but he makes the switch out into Comfy. Here I figured he'd just Aromatherapy, so I'm going straight out into my Mewtwo. But he actually goes for the Calm Mind here. And yeah, there's the Calm Mind. So this thing's looking like a pretty big threat here with the Calm Mind. If it, like I said, if it's like sub Calm Mind or like Aromatherapy Calm Mind, it could potentially be a threat. But Mewtwo should be able to beat this thing 1v1 because it just doesn't do enough. Mewtwo's so bulky. And Side Strike is going to do so much to this thing, as you can see. So he's definitely not stalling it out. The Draining Kiss recovery is not going to give him enough damage to live this next Side Strike from Mewtwo. And yeah, Mewtwo's just going to be clicking buttons here because it should be getting a kill. I guess he could go up to the Giratina and take 2 Side Strikes, but it's going to do a lot of damage to that thing. So he's going to go for the Draining Kiss, and that's +2, and that did 60. So this is big body Mewtwo here, and he's going to claim his first soul. Did he claim a kill against Gypsy? I can't remember. I can't remember if he did or not. He may have. But he claims his first soul here in this game. So Mewtwo's going to go back to the ball. Down goes Little Comfy. And there's the Corsola. So he's going to go for the Sucker Punch here, actually. And he's like Hustle Banded Sucker Punch or something like that to get a cheeky kill on Mewtwo. So really interesting bring there. Really cool bring. I was pulling for it to get a kill. I almost Focus Blasted, but it didn't kill it. So I did not want to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this opportunity to get my rocks up. A little bit of late game rocks going on here. It's going to limit this thing's switch ins. You know, Gyarados and Giratina are the real win cons here for Splurge here at this point. So I've just got to play around them, then we should be able to escape this battle. But yeah, we've got a Toxic on this thing. Definitely going to be wearing him down, and he's going to D-Dance up here with Gyarados. And yep, there's the D-Dance right on up. We've got Big Kyurem in now, so he's definitely going to be Mega Evolving here because he knows I'm probably packing the Fusion Bolt. And that is just what he does. He's going to go ahead and Mega right on up. And he's going to go ahead and go for that Crunch. Crunch is going to do a lot to me, but the Fusion Bolt plus the toxic damage is going to definitely be racking up on him here at this point. So there's a big Fusion Bolt. And yeah, it's uninvested, so it doesn't actually kill. I'm actually a negative attack nature too, because Fusion Bolt did enough to this thing regardless, and the Toxic's gonna take it down there. So there's a kill for Empoleon, and Empoleon doing some damage here on this team. Wait, why did I remove Empoleon? Let me remove the Mega Gyara real quick. Yeah, so he's going to go for the Sucker Punch here again, trying to pick up a kill on the Kyurem. I'm just going to roost up, get to a nice amount of HP. And now I'm going to go for a big Fusion Bolt as he goes out into the Giratina, because Fusion Bolt's going to definitely be able to 2-hit KO this thing. I wasn't even thinking Hustle at this point, I'm thinking like the Regenerator one, but yeah, we found out now, since he's taken some damage, that he's not actually the Regenerator. So we're going to find out that the Giratina is going to eat this Fusion Bolt right on up. And yeah, does really nothing to that thing. But Dragon Pulse should not kill. We know that this thing's bulky here at this point. Dragon Pulse is not going to kill. He could Draco me. The Draco is actually not going to kill either. And our Ice Beam's going to KO him here at this point. Icy wins here. And he's going to be able to outspeed us in the following turn. But I'm not, you know, like I said, if he wants to attack me, that's fine. I'm going to force him to attack me. And I want to put as much damage on this thing as possible. I've seen him run the Calm Mind Rest set, and I didn't want to put myself in a position to lose to that. So I want to do damage to him from Mewtwo, really, or for Crook here at this point. So there is the little Corsola. There's some good damage there off of the Ice Beam on that. I think we just click the Fusion Bolt here and kill the Corsola. Yeah, there goes the little Corsola down. Definitely respect for bringing the Corsola though, you know. Uber's League and that thing showing up. And then he's just down to the Giratina, which is going to take down, which is going to take another round of rocks and then have to take a Kyurem Ice Beam as well. So that's going to wrap this one up here. We're going to be able to take out the Giratina with the Ice Beam here on this play. And that's going to wrap up a nice 5-0 victory here for us in Week 7 of the BBL. So good game to you, Splurge. You know, I hate that the Blizzards did not connect their early game. Yeah, but you know, once I saw that you kept clicking it, you know, I had a feeling that you were locked in. I still don't know if it was specs or not. I'm just assuming that it was specs. But you know, really there at that point, you know, I just had the opportunity to set up on a 70% accurate move. I think it's 70 at least. And definitely took the opportunity there. So good game again to you, man. Best of luck to you the rest of your season. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the battle here this week. We are now 5-2 this season with 3 games to go. They have a 10-week season. Have really enjoyed my time here in the BBL this season. Have enjoyed using the Ubers quite a bit and the Wi-Fi format as well. So definitely leave a like and a sub down below if you have not already. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you guys next Monday with more BBL content.